Welcome back. We're here at Ledyard National Bank, and joining me now is Senior Financial Advisor John O'Dowd, here to talk a little bit about what Ledyard can do to help you with your financial portfolio. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
You always have great information for us every year. Let's start by reminding our audience that Ledyard is not only a bank, but you've got a great financial advising branch here too.
We do, and we provide comprehensive wealth management for our clients. That includes asset management, financial planning, estate planning, income tax preparation and planning.
That's
so
good.
It's a one-stop shop, as they say.
And that's important. And I think when you hear wealth advising, you think, well, I don't have any wealth, but everybody does have something, or you can start accumulating it and planning for the future. That's essentially what you do.
That's a terrific point. You're absolutely right. Everybody needs a plan, as they say, and so it's important to understand what your goals are financially, what the plan is in place to reach those goals,
right,
and overall how much risk you're willing to undertake to achieve success. So all of that is part of our responsibility to our clients to help ascertain.
Right. Let's talk a little bit about risk today.
Let's talk about risk. We've had quite a run-up in the stock market since the election, and especially for 2017. And so as the party is going on, we want to make sure that we understand what amount of risk is being implied by the stock market, for example, from an asset pricing standpoint. How much are people willing to pay for a stock price and receive a return based on that valuation? So our responsibility to clients from an asset management standpoint is to understand how much risk is being undertaken when we're investing their money. So price does not always equal value.
Right.
And so it's important for us to spend time understanding what the client's goals are, and from an asset management standpoint, invest the money prudently to achieve their goals. So there's all types of risk as well. There's not just investment risk. There's estate planning risk. And so part of, again, our responsibility to clients is to look comprehensively at what their personal situation is like. And part of that entails looking at their estate plan. Do they have what we call gaps in their estate plan?
Right.
So do they have a durable power of attorney, a living will, a will, and maybe a trust if it's important as part of their overall goal. So understanding how their assets are titled, whether they have an asset in their name alone, do they have the risk of being subject to probate? That's one of the considerations we look at. There's also fiduciary risk. We're a bonded corporate fiduciary, and what that means is we can act as executor, trustee, even guardian for a person's estate. And so it's incumbent upon us to make sure that we provide a standard of care that's the highest, and that is the fiduciary standard of care. And fiduciary simply means that we put our clients ahead of our own interests. Makes sense, right? And so it's important for us to provide that standard of care so that our clients entrust us with their money, and we're managing their personal financial situation in the way that provides that highest level of standard.
It's amazing. It's so much more comprehensive than I thought. Like going down to advising about wills and things like that.
That's correct.
That's terrific.
That's correct. And income tax plan.
Right.
So as we're managing a client's assets, we're cognizant of their personal income tax situation. So all those things combined, it's important for us to manage the overall risk, understanding what the goals of the client are, and as we're going along in that process, making sure that everybody's on the same page to success towards those goals.
Absolutely.
And probably lastly, one of the most important risks to consider is the ability for those clients to in fact achieve their goals. So whether it's transference of wealth, their estate plan, whether it's making sure that their philanthropic interests are pursued and accomplished, whether it's education for children or grandchildren, or whether it's the most important for a lot of people, retirement.
Right.
Most people, the biggest question that we're asked to answer is, am I okay? Are my plans in place so that I don't outlive my money, for example? So again, our responsibility to our clients is to assess the risk and manage those assets towards those risks, understanding who our clients are from a tolerance standpoint, And at the same time, as we're going along that process, making sure we're on target to their goals. Makes
Terrific.
sense.
Well, and as I mentioned, so comprehensive. Everything from soup to nuts. It's all here. One-stop shopping, all in one place.
That's correct.
And a bank to boot.
And a bank to boot. And one last thing I'll add, Ledyard Financial Advisors just opened a Concord office.
Terrific.
So we're growing at the same time. And so we now have wealth offices in Hanover, here in New London, and now in Concord, New Hampshire.
Can't beat that.
Can't
Okay.
beat it.
Thank you for the information. Great information for closing out the year end here. So terrific.
Nice seeing you again, Lynn.
Take care.
Thank you.